Toastmaster Farina Kanwal to open the debate.
Contest chair, respected judges, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear worthy opponents. Good morning.
Good morning.
I am here to speak for the topic, and I strongly believe that music today cannot be called music but just a jarring sound. As per Oxford Dictionary, definition of music is vocal and instrumental sounds combined in such a way to produce beauty of harmony and expression of emotion. A definition of jarring is harsh and unpleasant effect on one's nerves, thoughts and feelings. One of the Indian greatest musician quoted Mr. Raja, today in music, there is no N. N which stands for melody. And without that N, music just make you sick. A study carried out this year by Dorothy Ritalik of Denver University, USA showed that plants exposed to soft classical music bloom faster, while those exposed to today's jarring hard rock music dried up. Similarly, research done on a pregnant woman who listens to soft Mozart during pregnancy is more likely to give birth to a child who excels in school and have positive relationship. In contrast, woman who listens to loud, jarring, metallic music during her pregnancy is more likely to give birth to a child who is aggressive and antisocial. Just compare music of yesteryears with classical touch to modern music, hammering rock and rap. You will yourself realize that today's music has moved from soft, melodious to thunderous, nerve-breaking and noise pollution without meaningful contents. We therefore strongly believe that music today cannot be called music, just a jarring sound. Thank you.
Without music, life would be a mistake, said by Friedrich Nietzsche. Good morning, contest chair, judges, and fellow Toastmasters.
Good morning.
We're here today to show the world that what we're hearing today is amazing music, and it's not jarring sound. This debate keeps on repeating itself throughout the generation because of one reason. People are afraid of change. The same debate repeated itself a long time ago when rock and roll was introduced, but now it's called classic rock. The oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear, and the oldest and strongest emotion of fear is the fear of the unknown. In every generation, when a new music will appear, there will be people who will fight against it because they're afraid of the results that it might bring. They're afraid of the change that it might cause. Today's music is changing the world, and it will keep changing the world. Whether someone tries to stop it or not, the change is happening. Because people are missing the whole point. Music is art. Art is pattern. Music is pattern. As weird as it may sound, we're saying here that music is pattern-based, and it always has been a pattern-based. Based on several websites such as American companies and Facts Company, we're saying here that music has always been pattern-based. It's not a jarring sound. Music nowadays are downloaded or bought many times through iTunes or CDs, But yet we're gathered here today to say that the music is jarring sound. I found it hard to believe. Remember, music is owned by those with whom it may resonate. You create your own music and shape your own tastes and influences. It depends on us, it depends on you to choose that type of music that can trigger you, that make you dance to its tones or vibe to its sounds. So whilst you are here gathering to argue that music nowadays is jarring sound, others are dancing to its beats. Thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Chair, respected judges, fellow Toastmasters, dear friends, and my worthy opponents. My worthy opponent has made a feeble case as to why today's music is nothing but a jarring sound. And upon close examination, you realize that their arguments do very little to prove that point. We are not claiming that music from the past is not good or melodious. However, we do believe that modern music is an advancement over time. And in changing times, we need to adapt with newer trends. Else, we risk becoming stagnant, like many of the arguments that came in from my worthy opponent. My team member has stressed the important role that technology plays in shaping modern music, a fact so conveniently overlooked by my worthy opponent. Modern technology and the widespread use of internet has allowed music from different cultures to be fused. We have new genres, subgenres, for example, Japanese pop, Korean pop, raga rock, to name a few. Newer bands have a fair chance at success like never before, allowing for greater experimentation in modern music. Again, something my worthy opponent has completely ignored. If music today was indeed plain, simple, jarring sound, would you hear them over and over and over again over music channels, radio stations, or television, or even at social gatherings? I'm sure that my worthy opponents are yet to comprehend that today's music industry is worth $15 billion annually. Where are these numbers coming from if music was indeed plain, simple, jarring sound? It absolutely makes no sense, madam, to pick out all your favorite songs or artists from the past and then use them as an argument against a whole generation of music. I'm confident that none of my worthy opponents have had the pleasure of listening to Chandelier by Sia, Rap God by Eminem, or All of the Lights by Kanye West. In conclusion, with your permission, respected Chair, Honorable Judges, I wish to invite all my worthy opponents to an evening at my place, where I'll only play modern music. And I bet that you'll not only eat a wholesome dinner, but every word you speak today to defend an untenable position. Thank you.
Abraham John.
Good morning, dear Toastmasters and my worthy opponents. My worthy opponent talked a lot about music, isn't it? But did she ever prove or state anything to prove that it is not jarring as the motion is? She said the choice of time depends on what triggers you. Absolutely right. My teenage daughter listens to music, and I'll just give you a sample of it. This song is from the music group called Ludacris. And I think it's absolutely a ludicrous song for that matter. It was released on 31st March, and I paid 2,000 dirhams for this. You know why? My neighbors didn't think it was music, so they called the cops. And I had to settle the bill. Now, she rightly mentioned, effect of jarring music. She rightly mentioned that music can be downloaded many times. And that's the whole point. The music industry today has been plagued by internet and the likes of Napster and LimeWire, where you get music for free. So musicians do not have a chance to make money like the good old days, where there was real talent. So what do? Be different. And it's not even music, their lyrics, their attire, Everything is just to stand out. And people listen to this mainstream music because it's catchy. It pumps up your heartbeats. People listen in your car radios, such voluminous music as it is loud. And you know, it deafens the ears. A study done by Joan Sierra of the Artificial Intelligence Research Institute in Spain concluded that today's music is bland, has less notes and pitches, and it's blatantly loud. And the study from the music from 1950 to 2015 concluded that every 8 years, music is becoming louder by 1 decibel point. It's a matter of concern. What our children are going to go in the future. They would be suffering from hearing loss, and we need to do something about that. It's not only the money, 15 billion that we're talking of, that brings the music industry. Finally, I will go to your house, your Toastmaster, but I'll also bring along with me lots of Panadol. Thank you.
Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Michael Smith.
I've heard the debate, and there's no doubt that today's music is great, and that new music is positive, and that without it, life would be a big mistake. I'm going to summarize. Our team stands by this argument and refuses to believe that we can discard types of music just because certain people do not like it. This debate that has continued to repeat itself throughout the generations is proof that whilst people are revolting against today's music, this very music is taking its place in the Hall of Fame, like many other musics have done throughout the ages. People will always fight about today's music, and whilst they are arguing about it, the change is happening anyway. People are downloading music, they're purchasing the DVDs, they're purchasing the CDs. And the proof of mere volume of purchase is proof that the antagonists are wrong. Music is not a jarring sound. As you heard from my colleague, it's pattern-based. And as we heard, man has been mimicking sounds of nature, animals and birds, creating fusion. Fusion that is spread across cultures, languages, continents, and has influenced already existing accepted forms of music. Music is like change, and it is driven by things like fashion, new technology, instruments, people, personalities, struggles, and celebrations of mankind. The change as we know it today will shape the music of the future, and that music should be owned by the person with whom it resonates. In closing, I'd like to say, I shudder to think how Kanye West would sound without auto-tuning or auto-tuning. Wait, I have heard him before. He sounds a bit like a croaking frog. But that is not jarring music. Do not blame today's music.
Contest Chair, respected judges, fellow Toastmasters, my worthy opponents. Good morning.
Good morning.
Today, you have witnessed my team member had successfully proved that today, music cannot be called music. It's just a jarring sound. My fellow member started with the definition of music and what is also calling jarring. Now we all understood why today's music called jarring. We also agree with us. Modern music have moved from soft melodies and thunderous, nerve-wracking noise pollution. That's what exactly my fellow member said. Also mentioned a series of studies by Dorothy Redlag of Denver stated that with music, how newer generation can change their behavior, their aggressiveness, where they need to go. Also, it is very scary part what my fellow member expressed that in coming generation, since every 8 years we are increasing the music in 1 decibel, it is really scary. We are thinking about the newer generation with their hearing problems. My dear fellow members, completely proved that today's music is just a jarring sound. I'm taking one of my fellow members' part from Ilayaraja. Today's music without melody that you make only sick. Thank you.